Hi, everyone, and welcome to another new episode of the Nothing to See Here podcast. Hi, it's Frankie.
It's Hannah.
Ugh, I'm in heaven, guys. Ask me why.
Well, we know why.
Yeah, but they
Why
don't
are
know why.
you in heaven?
Because I saw Sweeney Todd before it closed with Sutton Foster and Aaron Tveit.
I'm so upset I couldn't go.
Yeah, that was a you problem. I tried to drag Frankie's ass along too.
It was my birthday, so I wasn't gonna go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Hannah.
You're welcome.
Frankie, I'm realizing something.
Yeah,
When it becomes Hannah's birthday, one of us is gonna have to sing, and I'm sure as hell not doing it.
I'm not gonna sing. I'm just gonna wish her a very nice happy birthday.
I request a birthday song.
I'll play a birthday song.
I'll play one.
I'll play a royalty-free birthday song.
Guess what? They're all royalty free.
Sweeney Todd was awesome. Sutton Foster was amazing. I never thought I would ever see Aaron and Sutton kiss. Granted, it was like he literally, since it's Sweeney Todd, he literally like turned his head and like that was it. But it was
Yeah, there's not really kissing in the show between those characters.
no, she's like, give us a kiss, and he turns like his head and just like the most minimal effort ever. But Sutton was hilarious. I think she played Mrs. Lovett fantastically. Um, so I mean, just all around is a great show. Not as gory as some of the other ones I've seen. I was kind of expecting it to go more towards the gore factor. Not like Repo gore, but it didn't, which was actually quite pleasant. Um, yeah, it was really good. That's all I have to say. And I totally didn't spend a lot of money at the merchandise table.
Worth it.
It is worth it. I wanted to get the apron, but I couldn't justify it because I don't cook.
That's very fair.
And it was also $125.
Okay.
Jesus, that's too much.
But if I did cook, I
You would
would
have
have gotten
gotten
You
it.
it.
would never use it though, because you spent so much money on it.
Oh no, I would use it. It'd be one of those things, just like I got the BTS picnic thing. One of these days when I go to Sandcastle and I drag Frankie's butt with me to Sandcastle, we are gonna have a BTS picnic. Just
Okay.
be prepared.
I don't know what a BTS picnic is.
I don't know. It's just a picnic with a BTS picnic set and a little BTS blanket
Okay.
and some sandwiches that I'm sure I'll make. Maybe I'll make BTS inspired mocktails for you because you don't like drinking. And I don't think you're allowed to bring alcohol into Sandcastle, to
You
be fair
should
either.
you should bring the mocktails in your BTS Tide jar.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be hilarious.
They don't know what you're talking about, and I'm not gonna tell them.
BTS had a collab with Tide laundry detergent.
I don't know if it's a collab or an ad.
One or the other. BTS was on a bottle of Tide, and Amanda bought an empty bottle of this advert collab, and it sits in her K-pop closet.
I did fill it with detergent that smelled exactly like the detergent that would have been put in it.
Why?
I feel like you just made that sound so much worse than it already was.
Yeah, you made it worse.
No,
You didn't have to reveal that.
I
well,
don't think even I knew that until
No
now.
one, no one asked that.
you guys definitely did because my mom
No,
likes to talk about it.
we didn't ask you to
I was
reveal
low
that.
key making fun of you in
Yeah,
the way
Mm,
that besties do.
you were being mocked,
Hmm.
okay,
and then you self-mocked. You self-reported.
it's not a mock to me. It's a pride of mine.
How much did you spend on the Tide bottle?
$20.
That's way better than I thought.
That is the cost of a bottle of Tide.
Yeah, so you spend $20 on an empty bottle of Tide, to be fair.
Eh.
But to be
EXO had a hair dye that was like $40 a bottle, and I have all of those.
Why?
Empty or
No,
just
no,
the box?
those ones are filled.
But you didn't use them.
I don't. Does hair dye go bad?
Eventually, yes.
It's only been a couple years, so
It's okay.
Perhaps we should move on from this.
I'm also the type of person that like I won't throw eyeshadow palettes out.
But that's just hoarding. You
It's
bought
not hoarding.
garbage. You bought garbage, Amanda.
No, I didn't.
Sorry, you bought recyclable material.
I'm with Amanda on the eyeshadow thing. I have a bunch of palettes. I will not throw them out until I've like panned every single shadow, even if it's like 20 years down the line.
No, but I get that because makeup's expensive.
Makeup is expensive, yes.
So I
But
understand
I also
that.
shouldn't be using extremely expired makeup.
Well, I like to turn my eyeshadow that like the ones that I'll never touch, like the neon yellow ones that I probably will never like touch. I like to turn those into paint, like
Okay, that's
watercolor.
fair. You have made a use for that. I respect that.
So,
Speaking of respect,
oh, okay.
let's talk about Dumbo.
Oh,
And
okay.
the poor baby elephant that didn't get respected at all in this entire movie. I forgot about how sad this made me.
I have a question for you.
Oh God.
When was the Rudolph the reindeer story like created?
You mean Nestor?
No, Rudolph.
Um,
Rudolph had to have come before Nestor.
let me look. Why are you gonna say that Rudolph copied Dumbo?
No, I was gonna say it the other way around. Like, come on, it's the same story. Everyone bullies
Rudolph's
the
first Rudolph's first appearance was in 1939.
so
2
before
years
Dumbo,
before.
2 years before
Mhm.
Dumbo. Because like, it is the same story, right?
I mean, yeah, except he doesn't like drive Santa's sleigh. He just gets like a multi-million-dollar deal.
Yeah, I know, but like, it's not a Christmas tale, so Santa's not gonna be involved in it. But like, it's the same story. I'm not saying it's not a
Yeah,
good story. I just like when I was watching it today, I was like, oh, this is Rudolph, huh? This is just summertime Rudolph.
this is summertime Rudolph. I mean, fair. By the way,
Now that
Nestor
you
the
say
One-Eared
it,
Donkey came out in 1977, so
So
yeah,
well
they're just
after.
riding that train.
now that you
But it
say
was,
this, I see the similarities between Rudolph and Dumbo. And I'm not gonna view the movie the same way now.
yeah, you didn't need to do that, Franklin. Are we gonna get into this now?
We'll get into the movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. Let's
okay.
go.
So Dumbo. First off, I'll be honest with you. I do love Dumbo, and I forgot how cute he is in this
Fucking
movie.
adorable, isn't he?
All the baby animals are so cute.
His his ride, it's not on my to-do list when I go to Disney.
Eh, There's two versions of that ride, also,
That's true.
right? Like, isn't Aladdin's carpet basically the same thing?
Well, to be fair, there are two Dumbo rides there.
Jesus, I didn't know that. I just was equating it with the other ride that's basically the same thing. I didn't know there was a second actual Dumbo ride.
There is a second Dumbo ride if you go into the circus area. There's two of them. It's the exact same ride, but it's
Oh my,
because they want to filter people through.
yeah, I guess because it's like an iconic ride.
And it's not exactly the most high capacity ride. So, um, anyway, Dumbo. By the way, why are we calling him Dumbo? His name is Jumbo Jr. We'll get into it. But he was nicknamed Dumbo because he was dumb and oversized ears and stuff. Regardless, I was upset by this whole thing. So Dumbo was made in 1941 by Walt Disney Productions, otherwise we wouldn't be talking about it. The film is based upon a storyline written by Helen Abertson and Harold Pearl and illustrated by Helen Durney for the prototype of a novelty toy called Roll a Book.
So there's just a commercial we watched.
A little bit. It was released on October 23rd, 1941, where it was met with critical acclaim for its story, its humor, its visuals, and music. Film was later criticized for its racial and racist stereotypes, specifically of the African American race. But it
Ooh.
does have an accolade of an Academy Award for the best scoring of a musical picture.
Yes, because that's all animated films were allowed to win back then.
Yeah. In 2017, Dumbo was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress, being a cultural, historical, and aesthetical significance.
So it was
There
old
is
and pretty and now in the Library of Congress,
Yeah, there
is what
there
you're saying.
is a there is a live action version of this that was made,
Never watched it.
which we'll get into we're all 80.
When we're
But
in the nursing home recording our podcast.
yeah,
So
never watched it, but Danny DeVito is in it, so
By the time we get to it, Danny DeVito will be dead.
don't say that.
put those words back in your mouth.
No, they're already out in the world.
Danny
I will
DeVito will
say
outlive everyone.
Dumbo proved to be a financial miracle compared to other Disney films. The simple film only costs $950,000 during that time, which is equivalent to $19 million in 2023 to produce, which was half the cost of Snow White and less than a third of the cost of Pinocchio, and certainly less expensive than Fantasia. Dumbo eventually grossed more than 1.3 million, which is equivalent to 33 million in 2023. Dumbo, I do remember, this just came up in my mind as I was speaking. Dumbo does make a cameo in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I remembered this because I forgot that Dumbo really liked peanuts. And I remember watching Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and the guy's like, he works for peanuts. This movie starts with a nice little disclaimer again.
Is this the third in a row? Have we hit 3 in a row with disclaimers?
I think we have.
Because
I
the
will
last,
say,
because we went what? It
good.
was Fantasia, Reluctant Dragon, this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's 3 in a row.
Well, Pinocchio was before Fantasia.
But Pinocchio didn't have, Pinocchio didn't have a content warning, did it?
I think it did. Let me double check.
I think Fantasia was the first one.
Let me double check.
Yeah, I don't have a note about it in my notes, so I don't think it. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have it, Amanda.
I'm double checking.
By double checking, are you putting the movie on?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're gonna be here for 9 years.
It's not gonna take that long.
Disney
You're right.
Plus has the second worst UI of any streaming service.
You're right.
What's the first?
Peacock. Peacock fucking sucks. It's an abysmal service.
Yeah, you guys are right. See, it didn't take that long.
You could have just believed
Actually,
me.
it took longer for me to type it than for it to actually pop up for me.
Yeah, you could have just believed me.
Anyway, the content warning. This program includes negative depictions and/or mistreatment of people, cultures. These stereotypes were wrong then and are wrong now. Rather than remove this content, we want to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversation.
They actually didn't edit it this time either, so.
That was about to be my question.
Yeah, this was not edited. So, starting off with this beautiful little thing of a movie, let's talk about this intro. I will say, I know we've mentioned this before with the early movies. I like having all of the credits at the beginning.
They're always pretty.
They are pretty. I will say, some of the images in these credits, like the Walt Disney and the big letters, I know we're at a circus, but whoa, a little bit jarring for me. Just in general.
I thought it was so cool though, because like it's themed to the movie. Now every fucking Disney movie you get the castle, and like I get it, yeah, it's their thing, but
You can still have the castle logo and then theme the credits.
yeah.
So we start off, it's snowing, and the narrator's saying through like snow and sleet and hail, blizzards, winds, like any type of weather, the storks will come through and deliver babies. First off, Franklin, where did this idea of the storks come from? Because I don't think this movie created it.
I have no
I think
idea
this was
where it
like
came from.
I'm just so curious because that sounds like the dumb. Why a stork?
Because they can carry a knapsack. Also, the stork didn't really carry the baby, did it? I mean, they did carry it. They didn't really deliver it though. They kind of fucking
They dropped them all, save for
they
Jumbo Jr.
kind of bombed them down
It's like
onto the
parachuted them.
parents. Yeah,
Yeah.
like they were invading a foreign land.
Yeah, it was the only delivery one that we got was Dumbo, but we'll get into that a little bit later.
None of those babies
But
would
yeah,
survive either, by the way. Come on, they're
no.
babies. You're
Also,
parachuting them in?
all the parents look so surprised.
Yeah!
They're like, "Oh shit, I got a kid now."
Hey, one of them didn't. The hippo. Hippo didn't even wake up.
Hippo did not care.
That baby
Imagine-
drowned, by the way. They just dropped that one in the water.
Well, the
Do
hippo,
hippos
the
sleep in
adult,
water?
They're
Yeah,
not
the adult
but they're not amphibians. They have to come up for air.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
but the adult hippo was the adult hippo trying to drown themselves
No,
before
the
the
They
baby
are
came?
working for a circus. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, maybe.
So
Also, I just listen. This is later in my notes, but I'm gonna ask it now while we're talking about it. I get the tigers. I get the elephants. What the hell are the hippos and the giraffes doing for a circus?
the giraffes, I get. I've seen giraffes at a circus.
Okay, what's the hippos act?
I don't know.
Sleeping underwater.
Murdering people who get too close. Hippos are
They do the
dangerous.
watermelon thing where they open their mouth and they crush a watermelon.
That's their only trick.
Yeah.
I am enthused. I am enraptured.
Anyway, so the storks are flying down. We see. I love the way they pictured the U.S. They made it look like just a fucking map.
Yeah,
Like, that's-
this story takes place in Florida.
Oh.
Yeah, but they just this beautiful map because that's what the Earth looks like from above.
That is correct.
Science fact.
So they're dropping them off, I'm guessing, at the Casey Junior Circus headquarters. So the bear gets two babies.
Yeah.
The bear looked pretty happy to have kids.
The bear was probably, yeah, well, they all look kind of happy. But one tiny bear just like rolled itself, like roly-polied itself out of there. That was a little cute.
They're all cute. All the animals in this film are so cute.
All the baby animals.
All the baby animals, yes.
Then the kangaroo, right? That kangaroo is me, just fucking jumping in the pouch. Like, hey, I'm here. What's up? You're right. The baby. Oh, by the way, the parachute with the hippo baby doesn't go into the water with it. It like floats away before like it goes in. Like the hippo goes in with the sack and everything, but the parachute does not go in. I feel like that's incorrect.
These babies got injured. These storks are terrible delivery service.
Not all of them.
One of them is good, but
all of these so far have been single parents, and then we get the tigers that have 5 babies, and I'm guessing that's the dad because he doesn't have eyelashes.
the one who was like patrolling.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but the little tiger nuclear family was just so freaking adorable to me. Like, I think
Yeah,
it was the joy in like the male tiger's face.
Yeah, even he was happy to have kids.
Yeah, it's like we got 5, which is a lot.
He's
but
like,
it's
shit,
my
I didn't know
family.
my sperm was
Yeah.
that good.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone had any part in making a baby in these films because
Yeah.
they all
How
just
do they
arrived.
decide that these animals are getting babies? Do
They
have
ordered them,
do
apparently.
They do order
animals
them.
write
We'll get into that because I have a question about that. But moving forward, we see a giraffe and they make the tiny baby giraffe walk like it has no fucking idea how to walk, which is accurate.
Yeah, baby giraffes
Although-
just like plop down or are expected to walk immediately.
Yeah, I think that's fucking hilarious. Have you ever seen a baby giraffe just get born? Like
I have. Those videos are funny.
Mhm.
The female giraffe does not like bend down or anything. It just hits the ground hard. But we see Mrs. Jumbo kind of waiting for her package, waiting for her. This is like me waiting for Amazon deliveries. Is that mine? I see the Amazon truck. Is it for my house yet? So she's kind of waiting, but it doesn't happen, and she gets all sad. That makes me sad too. Moving forward, we see them getting all these animals on a train. Some of these train cars,
So
not
cool.
animal safe. I know where it's the 40s, doesn't seem animal safe, and
I
we're
thought
just
some of them were
throwing
cool though.
animals in. The hippo one was cool.
Yeah.
They
Still
basically get a
underwater.
little pond. Yeah. The giraffes have little holes for their
For their
heads.
heads. Was adorable.
And then the baby peeks out.
Yeah, the little baby does peek out. And then Mrs. Jumbo's still looking, and the fucking older elephant in the little feather hat, like as she's looking, she gets like so pissed off that she stopped walking up the ramp. And then once she starts walking, she can't even get her fat ass into the fucking thing. I shouldn't be fat shaming this elephant, but
No, you should. Fuck
she's
that elephant. That elephant's a bitch.
she's she is really she's not nice, and I don't like her.
That elephant sucks. Never thought I'd hate an
Yeah.
elephant.
Her and the green one. The green one can I think I hate the green one a little bit more.
Does that elephant have a name? Do they have names?
Let me look.
I feel like the main one
Uh
does.
she's just called the elephant matriarch. Let me see if I can find oh, elephant catty, elephant giddy, elephant prissy,
And then the elephant matriarch.
and the elephant
I feel
matriarch.
like Prissy is green.
I think it's catty that's green.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Anyway, they all get boarded onto this train, the Casey Jr. train, and we get a fun little song, which we heard a little bit of this song in The Reluctant Dragon. We also heard the fun little all aboard thing, and we saw how that was done. I was like,
That's
why does this
true.
seem familiar?
All I could think of was Judy Garland. Because
Garland.
as we said in the Reluctant Dragon episode, the actress who was doing the train noises looked like Judy Garland.
hmm
Go back and listen to that episode if you haven't already.
So Casey Jr. is going through. He has a nice little song. A train gets a song all for himself. So good for him. So
They
then we
needed to
see
pad
this
out that
stork.
runtime.
Then we see this stork who's looks like he's kind of sweating up a storm. He's struggling. He lands on a cloud, and this fucking baby just keeps going through the cloud when
He's
he puts it
heavier than the
down.
other. He's heavier than the other babies.
That's not a fair thing.
He's
He's
an
an
elephant.
He's an elephant. What do you mean? It's not fair. Elephants aren't fucking light animals. What do you want?
They're
We
like
want
a
them to...
ton when
Stop.
they get born.
Well, no, I'm saying stop fucking putting him down.
They're not putting them down. What? The stork is
He's
not
putting
a
him on the
strong.
cloud.
The stork is not a strong animal.
Then why is the stork delivering babies, Frankie, if they're
I
not
don't.
strong?
I don't know.
And why does this
He
stork, the
lied.
other
He
storks,
lied on his resume.
by the way, the other storks didn't have outfits. This one has an outfit.
Yeah, I think Mrs. Jumbo got like the deluxe package or something because like this stork's got a nice outfit. He
He
reads a
has a
couple
hat.
poems. He sings a song. He makes
He's
her
actually,
sign.
yeah, he's actually looking for her, and I'd be
Doesn't just
scared if
fucking
I was
parachute the baby in.
yeah, I'd be scared if I was this stork. Anyway, they find her, and the elephants all point their noses. They're like, "Yoo-hoo, over here." He asks which one's expecting, and the elephant matriarch is not pissed. She's pissed about it. She's like, "How dare you, sir?"
Yeah, they all like offended that they're having a baby delivered, but like they were the ones who informed the stork to go there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't get it. And in this world, okay, when you're expecting, you don't get bigger. So I don't understand where the insult thing is coming from. Why are we insulted by this?
Like they could have easily just pointed to Mrs. Jumbo.
No, because I don't think I'm allowed to use a word. I was gonna use the C word. Can I say the C
Yeah,
word?
please,
Am I
please
allowed?
don't.
I don't use that word lightly, but
I think we should
I
only use it when we're trying to reclaim it. But we're not in this scene, so no.
no, I do not like these elephants. And we're not even at the part that I really was like done with these elephants. So the stork reads from a book. She just wants to open her damn package. He's not fast about it at all.
He's trying to suffocate that baby,
She ordered
basically.
the deluxe package, and he's going to fucking do his job.
Okay, well, you can also let the baby out to breathe.
The elephants are like super happy as he's singing happy birthday. They're like waving their trunks and everything. And then he doesn't know the baby's name, so he asks what the baby's name gonna be. Mrs. Jumbo replies Jumbo Jr. He has to quickly make that work in the birthday song. That's a it's a little bit of a mouthful.
I think he did a good job.
He tried, and then he's embellishing and flourishing things, and he gets hung up on a train thing. He gets pulled out of the window by a little, what do you call it? What
A
is that
hook.
thing? Oh yeah, that. Why do they have hooks on train tracks?
I don't know why. There is a reason. I don't remember why.
Wasn't it to like get the train to stop? Like if you were picking up passengers, like you would put a
Maybe.
flag up and they would know to stop
Oh,
there.
yeah, that sounds right. That sounds good. We'll go with that. That's nothing to
Yeah,
see here history
yeah,
canon.
sure.
That's gonna be
Prove
in
us
the
wrong.
his that's gonna be in the history book that we write.
Cool.
Prove us wrong, listeners. So she finally opens up this baby. The elephant matriarch is saying it's a proud day, even though she was offended that she was possibly expecting. They open it up and we see this fucking adorable ass baby.
He's so cute.
He is
He's
so
so
fucking
cute.
cute with his little tiny trunk. Oh, I
How
I
could you?
love him.
How can anyone hate him?
We don't even see his ears yet, and his ears make me love him more. These elephants are like reaching out to him, and they're like, "Oh, aren't you cute? Coochie coochie goo," type thing. I'd be afraid if I were him. But then he sneezes.
So cute.
It's
So
such a cute
adorable.
sneeze. And we see these big ears, and they're so cute. And this is when I'm not gonna lie, Hannah, you've never seen me watch Nestor the Long-Eared Donkey. Frankie
No.
has. I was starting to get flashbacks.
Oh my God.
Were you crying?
I was really, really close. I don't know what I'm like when I watch Nestor, so I'm gonna put that up to Frankie and he can explain how I am, and then I'll compare and see how I was.
She had tears streaming down her face. Like, you know how when we record an episode, Hannah, and she makes a joke that she really likes, and she's like uncontrollable for a good 2 minutes?
Yeah, we forced her to mute and then we continue.
Yeah, it was that, but tears.
And there's no mute button.
Yeah, it's rough. Every time I watch Nestor, I don't watch it. I once a year at Christmas I will watch it, and it's painful for me every time. I start crying the minute it starts playing. Nothing even sad happens yet.
Yeah, the opening credits started and she was crying for Nestor.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
have you ever seen Nestor, Hannah?
I have, yes.
It's fucking sad.
It is, but the opening credits aren't sad.
This is just preemptive. I don't think I was that yet, but I was definitely like feeling misty eyed. I was like, fuck, they're gonna be mean to this elephant. Just like Nestor. Poor Nestor.
Are you crying?
Shut up. So the elephants are mean to him
They're
about his
not just
ears.
mean. They're not just mean. They're being racist.
They're being racist
Mm-hmm. There are two
against
types of
elephants?
elephants. There are two types of elephants. There's African, and then there is Indian, but I've seen that we've changed it to Asian. And the easiest way to tell the difference is between the ears. Asian elephants or Indian elephants, I don't know what the correct term is now. They have the smaller ears, and Dumbo obviously has humongous ears. And African elephants have big ears to help them keep cool.
But they're not big enough that they can fly.
They aren't big enough to fly, but I feel like looking at this in 2024, they're being a little racist. I feel like I can make this argument.
Pretty good argument if you watch the rest
It,
of the movie.
I
it's
mean,
a
yeah.
it's a good argument,
hmm
but they
I
don't
don't
they
I
don't
don't
mention
think
that
that's
there's two types of elephants. They
No,
just say
because
he's not an elephant.
they call him a freak.
they do call him that, yes. But I feel like I can make this argument. Like I could write a term paper and this could be the argument.
You could, yeah.
Mhm. I don't think Disney in 1941 was being racist in this scene. They were definitely being racist in some other scenes, but just not this one.
But it is now racist.
I can make a connection
Gotcha.
and I can connect the dots.
I'm honest with you. I think Disney was just thrilled that they could get an elephant that they could draw in the studio. I don't think they cared if it was African or if it was Asian.
That is fair. That is very fair.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anyone at Disney knew there were two kinds of elephants.
Not at the time. To be fair, the war was going on. I think they had bigger fish to fry.
Yet they still dropped baby animals like bombs.
I don't know if the war was happening in this movie.
Well, it
I
was
don't know many.
1941. US had not entered yet.
They say, of course, the green-hatted one was like, Jumbo, you mean Dumbo? And
What a
What a bitch.
stupid fucking insult, by the way. If you're gonna insult someone, at least be clever about it. That's not even fucking clever.
why are we insulting a baby too?
Some babies are ugly. I mean, Dumbo's not. Dumbo's very cute, but let's just be honest here. Everyone thinks their baby is cute. That's wrong. Some babies are ugly.
I was a cute
Babies are
baby.
only cute unless when they're old man babies. That's the only time babies are cute.
Some
Were you
babies
an
look
ugly?
like alien creatures.
Were you an ugly baby, Frankie?
I don't know. I haven't looked at a baby picture of myself recently, so maybe I'm not 100% sure on that.
You guys have seen baby photos of me. I was adorable.
Have I?
I've seen toddler photos of you. That's not the same.
Oh, you've seen baby photos of me.
I don't remember them.
Oh,
Next episode, we're gonna rate our baby photos.
Our
ooh,
first
that would be
video
fun.
episode.
So call him Dumbo. They're just picking on a baby, and Mrs. Jumbo gets the brilliant idea to just fucking shut the hatch on them.
All they do all
Fucking love
movie
this.
is just adults bullying a child.
Yeah, it's messed up. But then this is probably one of the cutest moments. She swaddles him with his own ears. That is so fucking cute, and just rocks him back and forth with her trunk. I love it so much, and I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about it because I know they're not real, but she loves her baby so much. After they have their fun little cuddle sesh, the train pulls into a station and just fucking gives whiplash to all of the animals on the train. It's raining, and they have to set up the circus tent. They're having
And
animals set up the circus tent along with the workers.
and
It
boy
looks
oh
like the
boy,
animals are doing more work.
I just like to say we earned that content warning early in this film.
Yeah. Um, I don't see a single white person
Every single
working.
manual laborer in this scene is black, and the words of the fucking song are oh, this
The
is
words are what do it in.
it said one of the lines is we slave away, and then
We
they
slave
basically
until we're
say
almost dead.
yeah, and then they say that they work, and then basically saying they work for no pay because they throw their pay away. Who wrote this? I just want to talk to them. I just want to
I think they're in
I think
hell.
they're I think they're dead, yeah.
yeah. Who Jesus Christ? Who wrote like
Jesus
I
Christ
get
did
it.
not write this song.
I know. I I know what time period we're in, and I know who's working at the company are probably not the best people on the planet. This went through so like people, so many people had to have approved this and looked at it,
And we're like,
and
yeah, this is fine.
yeah, none of them, not a single person there thought, hey, maybe we shouldn't.
No, no one batted an eye.
So
Wasn't
bad.
wasn't Walt Disney like an anti-Semitic person too? I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I'm not surprised this is happening. I'm outraged by this. I'm also outraged at this animal labor. If we take the race out of it for a minute, if humans are doing hard labor, I'm not as upset about it, I guess.
They, in
Leave the
theory,
animals
have
alone.
agreed to do this.
Yeah, leave the animals alone, especially the baby animals. Why is Dumbo doing stuff?
Dumbo is fresh out of the stork
He definitely got
parachute.
bigger.
Did he?
I will say he got bigger when he left.
We don't
So
know
he
how long
grew
that
really
trip is.
fast, or that was a really long train ride,
It
yeah.
was a long trip.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
But it's
surprised
not
he
just the
knows how
elephant.
I'm surprised he knows how to use a hammer.
But it's not just the elephants doing the work. They got camels, um, holding beams on their humps. I will say Dumbo is trying to do the little loop-de-loop thingy with the string, and he gets his nose tied up, which is kind of cute.
Poor
Um,
baby.
I only saw 5 grown elephants in the train compartment. There's way more than 5 grown elephants.
Don't they say 17 elephants later in the film?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay. I thought the ringmaster says 17 elephants.
When he's planning his little trick, yeah, he does.
Okay.
Which that's in and of itself. But we see how its circus tent goes up. Just not realistically because animals definitely don't help with this.
I mean, I would be impressed if you could train an elephant to put a circus tent up. But then I'm
It's
also going
fair.
to anticipate the elephant hitting you with a hammer.
I'd imagine PETA would be all up on their ass. Where's PETA? Did PETA exist back then?
Fuck PETA, too, by the way, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
If I have a real animal rights organization get involved.
What about the Humane Society?
Yeah, get a humane society involved.
Although I can't imagine the Humane Society has the equipment to house an elephant, let alone multiple elephants, if they have to take them away.
Yeah, no one really has the equipment to house
Ooh.
that many elephants.
So once the tent is up, we move into a parade. Because they gotta advertise, and this is how advertising is done. So they have a little band. A lot of racist stereotypes in this parade as well. I will say the lion looks quite upset that he's just being paraded around here. He's a little sleepy. There's a gorilla who breaks one of his bars, looking angry, but then puts it back. He's like, "Oops, I didn't mean to do that."
I got the feeling the gorilla knew he would have got beat if he had a broken cage.
We see what the hippo does, which is they pull a organ.
Hippos weren't needed for
She
that,
looks like
though.
she there wasn't, but that's what she does. We see the camels with a bunch of Middle Eastern men, racial stereotypes on top of them. What else do we have? Let me look at my notes here. We see the clowns. And Frankie, I have to ask, is this movie why you're afraid of clowns? Because if so, I understand.
No, these clowns don't, like, they're stupid looking. They don't bother me.
There's one in
Stupid looking clown?
blackface.
Oh my God, you're right. I don't know how I missed that one.
I
Oh,
missed that, but
that's
I was also half paying attention to the movie, so.
way to go, Frankie. Why are we half paying attention to movies?
Because I'm not a fan of
We're
Dumbo.
supposed to provide an honest review here.
That should show you how good of a movie I think Dumbo is. I think the character of
You're
Dumbo is
just as
adorable, and I think the story is great, and I think Rudolph really perfected it in the half-hour format.
You didn't
shut
like
up.
this hour and 1 minute?
This
Hour
boy,
and four.
this boy doesn't fly for a full fucking hour. This is
He
Dumbo, the
barely
flying
flies.
elephant. I
It's
clocked
just
it.
called Dumbo.
He fly. Yeah, but he's known as the flying elephant. And sorry, it is just called Dumbo. He's known as the flying elephant. This boy doesn't fly until there are 4 minutes and 17 seconds left in the movie.
Speaking of our boy, he's in the parade as well. His older elephant brother and his mom all have people on top of them. He's too tiny for a person, so they give him a little chair with a doll. He's holding his mommy's tail, and that's just, oh my God, he's so cute. This is where we get a little brokenhearted because the crowd starts laughing at him, and then he trips and falls into the mud. Oh my God.
I
I'm
want to
so
pick him up
sad
and
about
take
it.
him home.
It was
I just want
so
to cuddle this
sad.
poor thing. It was so what?
It was so sad.
Yeah, it's not. People are mean. People in the 40s suck. That's what I'm learning. Mama Jumbo, Mrs. Jumbo is giving Dumbo a bath and they're playing around. And he's just the cutest little thing. He's playing hide and seek behind her. And then all of a sudden, they let these children in. Where is the protection for these animals? This made me so obscenely mad that they just let this kid grab these elephants. This kid's ears can fuck off. He and his ears can fuck right off.
When we
He
get
shouldn't be saying anything about his ears, Dumbo's ears, when his ears look like that.
when we get to the end of this episode and we're debating who the villain is, it's this child.
No,
This is the true villain of the
no,
film.
definitely not.
I
No.
know. It's this kid.
It's gotta be that
No.
fucking fat elephant.
Yeah, it's her. I'll
She
agree with it. But
didn't
this kid,
try to bodily harm Dumbo.
She bullies a child though. Like
And this kid
this is just a
gets Mama
child bullying
Jumbo
a child.
arrested.
that's
Anyway,
true. He does get Mrs. Jumbo arrested, thrown in
yeah,
circus
Mama Jumbo
jail.
tries circus jail. Mrs. Jumbo tries to hide Dumbo. But this guy just pulls him by his tail out from underneath her and blows in his ears. That's not nice. Mrs. Jumbo
Feed
looks fucking
this
horrified.
kid
And then
to
another kid
the
is pulling him.
tigers.
So she just lifts this kid up by his pants and just starts spanking him. And he says, "Help, murder."
Feed him
And
to the
she has
tigers.
a fit. Mrs. Jumbo has a fit. They try and tie her down. The ringmaster tries to whip her. I want to whip this ringmaster. They take her baby away from her. That's going to calm down an elephant. And then I have a problem with the animators here. They give her eyes halfway through her rampage. Did anybody else notice that?
Yeah, they turn red.
Yeah, I'm upset by that because that's trying to like. When I think of red eyes, I think of like the Care Bear movie. Do you guys remember that?
No, I don't think of the
No.
Care
The
Bear
Care Bear
movie.
movie?
That's not my first thought.
I think of the Care Bear movie where like the villain has red eyes, but when he turns good, his eyes turn blue.
Hey, you know what?
Like red eyes.
I doubt that the animators for Dumbo were thinking about the Care Bear movie.
Shut up. Regardless, red eyes to me when
Indicate
I think about it,
anger.
yeah, no, I think about like a villain.
I think about anger because when you have a mood ring, red means angry.
Mood rings are bullshit.
Yeah, of course they are. There's not a chance in hell a fucking ring can tell me what mood I'm in. But the associations of color with like emotions, red usually means anger. Redheads have
So,
fiery tempers.
regardless, didn't like the choice. So she gets locked in circus jail, and her little, what would you call it, carriage, cell, carriage cell thing has signs that say "Danger, keep off, mad elephant."
I'd be more
I don't know if
intrigued.
I don't know if they mean mad as in she's pissed off or mad as in she's crazy.
I think they mean crazy.
Either one pisses me off. And she just looks so miserable and sad in there. They put a fucking ball and chain on her. I
They put
don't like
four
PETA,
balls
but
in
where the fuck
chains.
is PETA?
Stop bringing up PETA, because PETA is fucking the worst thing in the world. You
I
gotta
will
stop
admit
using
that
them.
we I don't we don't have another animal rights
Just
organization
say the
that's good.
Humane Society or look up one. Just stop saying PETA.
Why are you afraid they're gonna come after us?
No, I'm afraid that people are gonna think we like them.
Oh, no, we don't like them. Speaking of not liking, oh my God, Dumbo's sad and crying all alone because his mommy's locked. I'm actually tearing up again, guys. The adult elephants are making fun of her. They're like, she doused the ringmaster. I thought she died. They're just gossiping about this woman. And then this is where we get probably the hero of the story. Timothy J. Mouse. And Frankie, you're correct. It's not a military uniform.
Yeah, okay. I get a call yesterday from Amanda in like the middle of her intermission.
No, it was after the show.
No, it was at first it was intermission, and you were like, "Quick, happy birthday! Call me. I'll call you later."
Yes,
So you called me at one point, but I was busy. I didn't answer, and then you called me again a bit later than that, or I think I called you back.
you called me.
I called you back, and you answered, and you were talking about you wish me happy birthday again. You got mad at me for not answering, and then you brought up, "Oh, we have to watch Dumbo tomorrow." And you mentioned the mouse the who's in the military,
I said military uniform.
who's in a military uniform, and me and the peanut gallery both fucking pounced on that because you thought that this mouse was
What?
in a military uniform. What military branch did you think this mouse was in?
Yeah,
I don't
what branch has the red and gold jacket?
I don't know. Maybe I just thought he was like in the military band. I don't know. To be fair, guys, it's been since I was like 7 since I watched this movie.
Yeah,
He
but even
wears a little hat also
even I
that's
haven't seen the
not
movie.
military-esque.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie either, but like even I knew it was a fucking ringleader uniform.
Leave me alone.
No, we're not. What branch of the
Because
military is Timothy J. Mouse in?
I don't know. Why don't you look it up, Hannah? I bet you he has a Wikipedia page.
Yeah, and it won't mention the military because he's not in it.
Speaking of which, how old is this mouse? If we're talking about this mouse, how old do we think this mouse is?
Also, his name isn't Timothy J. Mouse, it's Timothy Q. Mouse.
Oh, I'm
Are you
sorry.
sure?
I'm on his Wikipedia page right now.
God forbid.
So how old is he?
Yeah.
Like 22.
How old do we think? You think he's
I was gonna
22?
say he's in his 20s.
He's a 22-year-old mouse.
Frankie told me he was a teenager.
Yeah, I did say that last night.
Is that on his Wikipedia page too?
No, it doesn't give an age for the fucking mouse.
It should.
No one cares about their ages. It's a fucking animal movie.
You're an animal movie.
Thanks. Do you know that Timothy Q Mouse is barely in the live action one? In fact, it just says cameo appearance.
That's dumb.
I can't wait till we finally review it 80 years from now.
Mm-hmm. Dumbo doesn't even fly in the movie. He just fucking.
What?
I'm joking. I don't know. It was a joke. Calm down.
Don't make
He
jokes like
doesn't
that.
start flying till the last 4 minutes.
They
They
better
kept
keep
that
at it.
in
Yeah, they better
again.
They better keep the spirit of the film alive.
Anyway, so Timothy Q Mouse is hearing these elephants fucking just talk shit about Dumbo's mom, and he gets upset. By the way, this is when the fucking green-hatted elephant calls Dumbo a freak. Granted, she spells it out. I fucking hate that elephant. I hope she chokes on a peanut. She's like, with those ears, those are only ears that a mother could love. I love him, and I'm not a mother. I don't know if I can get through this one, guys. I'm
Oh my
starting to tear
god.
up again.
All right, let's take
You
over,
take
Hannah.
over for a minute.
Oh my god. It's an elephant.
Leave me.
It's a fake elephant.
He's so cute. You're a fake elephant.
Thanks.
Jeez.
So they block him from eating too, by the way.
They do. They say he's not allowed to eat. And
That
they
is
block
so
him from
rude.
eating. And he hides, he runs away, he's very sad. And so what does Timothy do?
He is the father that stepped up.
Yeah, he's not the stepfather. Where is Dumbo's dad, by the way? Where's
Well,
Mr. Jumbo?
we saw a lot of well, obviously you don't need a dad to
You
make a
don't, but
baby
Single
elephant in this
parents
movie.
yeah.
rule this film.
Yeah, a lot of single parents. Everybody was a single parent except the tigers.
We get the mouse, Timothy Q Mouse. He's like he knows the rumors are true. Elephants are afraid of mice, and he runs
Is
at
that
all the
true?
elephant. No, obviously it's not true.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because an elephant could fucking step on a mouse and the mouse is gone. Why would an elephant be scared of a fucking mouse? An
Can
elephant could
elephants
probably.
even see mice?
Yeah,
They're
that's
so
true.
small in comparison to them.
An elephant could probably breathe heavy, and a mouse would be thrown away.
Okay. So he scares the elephants.
They're fucking petrified. And then he goes over to,
But one of them climbs up the pole.
yeah.
Well, a lot. They climb up a lot of things. There's one hanging on a rope.
So they
These are
run
some
up.
skinny elephants.
They
They're
run up.
not skinny.
They run up all those
We
things.
know they're not skinny because they had to shove one of them in
But we
the
only know
fucking thing.
she's not skinny. The other ones we don't know.
They're able to hang from ropes and poles.
Dumbo's hiding in the hay, and Timothy goes over, and he's like, "Look, you can't listen to them. They're stupid. You're great, and I'm gonna make you a star."
Actually, I think his exact words were "fuck them bitches."
I think that was in the early cuts of the
Yeah,
script.
yeah.
They changed it after a test audience they weren't fans. They're outside of the ringmaster's tent, and the ringmaster's like, "I've got an idea. I'm gonna create a pyramid of pachyderms. We're gonna use all 17 elephants, and they're all gonna climb on top of each other and create a giant pyramid." And his assistant is like, "All right, what's the climax?" And he goes, "I got no idea."
Did nobody think to like test this out either?
No, this is the 1940s. Who tests things?
I don't know.
They
Smart
tell
people.
these elephants to jump and they say how high.
Yeah, or they'll go be put in circus jail, and we know how bad that is. Timothy, he's like, he hears the ringmaster say that he's gonna sleep on it and try and get a vision while he's sleeping over what the climax will be. And so Timothy sneaks in at night and he whispers in the ringmaster's ear that Dumbo should be the top of the pyramid. He'll run out, jump on a trampoline, get to the top of the pyramid, and wave a little flag.
I'm gonna be honest here, and this isn't a diss towards Dumbo because I love this elephant to death.
Mm-hmm.
He can't even walk in a parade without tripping over his ears. Why does this mouse think that he can run
He's got faith.
and trust in pixie dust?
So, you're exactly right, though, Amanda. They do the trick. The elephants climb up each other, and they're all fucking insulting each other now, calling each other fat as they climb on each other. And
They do. They're really mean to each other.
they're horrible people.
Like
They're all horrible.
No wonder they pick on a baby. It's because
They all hate each other. They're all insecure.
they are.
Dumbo's nervous. Timothy's like, "You got this. All you got to do is run, jump on the trampoline, get to the top, wave your flag. You're good." Dumbo's like, "All right." And he starts running, and he trips on his ears, and he fucking shoots out, and he hits the. Also, forgot to mention, the pyramid is not secure on the ground. The pyramid is standing on top of a ball.
Was that mentioned in
No,
his dream?
no, he just said a pyramid.
He thought of the ball 2 minutes before they went on.
You definitely. Dumbo shoots out, crashes into the ball, knocks the entire pyramid over. All the elephants start falling. They get hurt. The tent comes down. I assume audience members were injured.
Maybe not.
And
Someone got hurt.
Dumbo is there covered in debris, but he sticks his trunk out and he waves his little flag.
It breaks, but he still waves his flag, and I love this elephant.
So after
I
this,
will say, real quick, the matriarch elephant, while they're tumbling, like before they all fall, Dumbo's running in front of her, and she finally like can look up, and she's like, "Out of the way, assassin!"
oh yeah, she calls him a fucking assassin, like he was sent to kill them.
I think that's hilarious.
After this, you see all the injured elephants. They all have bandages, nursing their wounds.
One of them has an ice block on her head, and it's
Mhm.
the fucking mean one that's catty.
Yeah. And they reveal that he has now become a clown. They've moved Dumbo away from the elephant act and they put him in the clown act.
A fate worse than death.
A fate worse than death, apparently, because they vote him to no longer be an elephant. I have a note here. Why are these elephants acting like they're such majestic creatures? They're elephants. Let's be real. No
Yes,
one
and
puts
elephants should be ruling the world.
no one thinks of like grace when they think of an elephant. So we go to the clown act
Um,
and
real quick, Elephant Caddy is the green-haired one or the green-hatted one,
okay.
green-hatted one. I wanted to make sure because I wanted to get her name right when I dunk on this woman at the end.
We go to the clown act and the clown act is that they are firemen and they rescue a baby from the the fire of a building. And
Real
the baby,
fire, by the way.
yeah, they use real fire, which is a safety concern for the animals and the performers and the audience.
They don't give a
Dumbo is
shit.
Dumbo's the baby, and the mom clown has like an elephant head.
They painted his face and then they just splashed water in his face.
Yeah, and so they do some fucking silly shit because they're clowns, and then they rescue him by having him jump from the burning building through a tarp that breaks purposely into a vat full of pie filling. And it
I hated
works.
this.
Everyone loves it. Everyone is
I,
having a great time except for Dumbo.
I'm with
and
Dumbo.
except for the people watching this movie.
Yeah, the people watching the actual movie and Dumbo are having a terrible time, but the clowns and everyone else is loving it. The fucking act, they go nuts for it.
This was like 15
And
minutes.
13 curtain calls.
Yeah, the clowns are go back to their tent and they're like, "We fucking killed it. We need to raise the stakes." How are they gonna raise the
At,
stakes?
By killing this
hold
elephant.
on, before they raise the stake, they start drinking.
Well, yeah, they're drinking as they're discussing raising the stakes. And yeah, their idea is to kill the elephant by having Dumbo jump from what was like what do they get at the end? 180
Like
feet?
200 feet.
1,000.
Yeah, 1,080 feet is how high
Yeah.
they want him to jump from. Dumbo's very sad that he's a clown and none of the elephants like him and he has no friends. And so he goes to visit his mom.
And we get the fucking saddest song ever.
We go to he goes to the prison cell that the mom's in and they can't see each other, but they intertwine their trunks and they sing Baby Mine,
Baby Mine.
which is a great song.
It is a great song. And she just like cradles him in her trunk and like rocks him back and forth. And it's not just her. We see like all of the other mommy animals like cuddling their babies and stuff.
I love the
Quick shout out.
kangaroo
Yeah,
who is a rocking chair. She's
yeah.
rocking on her tail. Shout out to
This is
that
a
kangaroo.
this is a quick shout out to Katie because Katie cries at this song all the time as well. And I fucking weeped. My mom was taking a nap. I had to pause this movie and like hug my mom. It's so sad, but
Okay,
like a happy sad.
we keep going so Amanda can.
We're gonna mute Amanda for 5 minutes and let her cry.
No, I'm
We're not gonna
fine.
mute. We're just gonna let her. We're gonna go so we can finish and
Move it,
Amanda doesn't have a cry fest.
move it forward.
So the clowns are like, we're gonna go ask the ringleader for a raise.
I respect them for that.
Yeah,
They
I do.
brought the house down and they said, we need more money.
But they're drunk, so they drop the bottle on the
They're
bear.
drinking
They put it.
champagne.
They're drinking champagne, and they put it on a crate, but they put it on in a bad way. So when they leave, it falls into the barrel of water. And so after Dumbo comes back from visiting his mom, he's crying. He's very sad, so he gets the hiccups. So Timothy is like, look, you can't cry. How would your mom feel about that? Come on, let's get you some.
Let's not shame baby emotions. This is not a good thing. I get where he's coming from, but don't do that to your children.
Well, it's
Let
not his
them have
child.
their emotions. I don't care.
He has him drink some of the water. The hiccups get worse, and Dumbo like gets all fucking drunk because he's drinking champagne. And Timothy's like,
And he's a
"What?"
baby.
Yeah. Timothy's like, "What's in this water?" And he goes to look into it, and he falls into it, and he gets fucking soaked in champagne and gets drunk. And we have the pink elephant scene,
Which I
which
I've been drunk.
I stand by the fact it's not scary now, and it's never been scary.
It's not scary. I think I was scared of it. I think I was scared of the elephant, like the elephant that had a bunch of elephant faces at the body that was walking. I think that's what scared me the most.
I wish I had a bunch of elephant faces. That'd be cool.
You're so weird. I've been drunk before. I've never seen pink elephants. I imagine this is what happens when you're like high. I wouldn't say this is something that would happen when you're drunk, where you're seeing pink elephants. This is like an acid trip or an LSD trip.
If I got drunk and saw this scene, I think I would cry in fear.
Yeah, I don't think I'd get drunk again. What was the point of the scene?
To show
Don't
them being drunk.
drink.
Yeah, don't drink, babe. Don't give your babies alcohol.
That was the it made no sense.
It was they
They
had to
needed to
pad the
pad out.
time.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah, but
this
even
scene also felt like it was 15 minutes long.
just but even by the way, there's one part that I felt a little bit bad for. There's a giant pink elephant and then a tiny pink elephant blowing out a trumpet, and the giant pink elephant just fucking steps on this tiny one all the time. Felt bad for that one. I just I will say though, I really was digging the song,
It's a good song.
at
It's a
least in the
funky
beginning.
song.
At least at the beginning, when we got to like the more like ballet-esque stuff where they started dancing and like the lyrics stopped, I was kind of done. When we got to the Egypt part, I was tuned out. They also had a belly dancer elephant.
Good for her. Belly dancing is hard.
She
So,
was not good at it.
well, she's an elephant.
They
We
turn into
we
clouds
go away from the pink elephant scene,
Finally.
because they turn into clouds.
and Dumbo and Timothy are sleeping in a tree. And this is my note. You want to hear my note?
I'm
Racism.
ready.
Oh no, the crows. That's all I've
So
written.
so let me say the crows that we have here, the names of them are Dandy Crow, Deacon Crow, Fats Crow, Specs Crow, and Dopey Crow.
Mm-hmm.
However, Dandy Crow, who is the one with the cigar, was previously named Jim Crow on the original model
I
sheet.
was waiting for it.
By the
Waiting for
way,
it.
you want to know something else about Dandy Crow?
Yeah,
Yeah, voiced by a white man.
yeah. Let me
Can
look
we
at the
just
other
say there's some
crows.
racism and move on?
Yeah, this is a racism scene. Hey,
Um,
you want to know who the guy who voices Dandy Crow like is?
who
He's also the voice
of
of
Jiminy
Jiminy
Cricket.
Cricket, and
Oh no.
he sings Singing in the Rain originally, like he's the original singer of Singing in the Rain.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a white
Um,
man. So, yeah, we
I
have some
will
racism.
say the other crows are
They are
African American men.
voiced by African American actors, but yeah, this whole scene is
It's not okay.
not good.
Mm-mm.
So, they sing a song
Making
about
fun of Dumbo
making fun of how an elephant can't fly.
because they're up in a tree.
And then when they're done singing the song, they continue to bully Dumbo. And Timothy Crow, or sorry, Timothy Mouse is like, "We're leaving. You're just gonna bully
You
the
guys are
kid."
dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're
And
leaving,
he
but
goes
then
into Dumbo's life story, says
yeah.
that his mom's in the clink.
So if you're gonna bully him, stop it. Kids, don't do that. They're gonna
I
leave.
will say You missed something. This is probably one of my favorite songs besides Baby Mine.
I
This
mentioned the
is
song.
just really, it's just really jazzy.
Said they sing a
Did you say
song.
it was a good song?
No, I said it was a song. It's hard to associate this as being like a good song because the whole thing around it is not.
It's not great, no, but it's a fucking catchy ass song, and it was stuck in my head.
They're like, how did he get up there though? Because elephants can't climb. They can climb. We've seen it. But how do you get up there? And Timothy's like, obviously you flew. That's what the ears are for. You flew up there, Dumbo. And the crows fucking lose it. Timothy tells him all about like everything that's gone wrong with Dumbo's life, and they feel bad, so they
And they start
conspire with
crying.
Timothy. They do. They conspire with Timothy to give Dumbo a magic feather to help Dumbo fly.
But the
Dumbo,
feather isn't really a magic feather.
no, it's just one of their feathers.
I
And so,
respect that they try to make amends with Dumbo. Like they realize they were in the wrong and try to make it like up for it a little bit.
There is one thing that I have to mention that I keep forgetting to mention every time I see it. When Timothy Mouse is leading Dumbo, Dumbo holds on to Timothy's tail, and I think that's adorable.
It is cute. It's a
so
cute little detail.
Dumbo takes the feather and he flies.
At the clown thing, which by the way, they
Oh no,
do
no, he
raise it to
flies.
look like it's
He
fucking.
he flies to the circus.
Uh,
This is the first time he flies. He flies to the circus with the crows. And there's 4 minutes left in the movie.
and he lands on a telephone wire, and
So they fucking speed run the rest of this shit. He goes back to the circus. They're like, all right, we're doing the act. And Amanda, like you said, they got their 1,080-foot fucking tower that they constructed. And he jumps off and Timothy's
how
like,
does that fit in the tent?
we're gonna fucking shock him. We're gonna fly, baby. And then Dumbo drops the feather. And he
Oh
freaks
fuck,
out. He panics. And Timothy's like, hey, don't worry. It was just a
we lied.
trick. We lied to you. You're the flyer. It's not the feather. You can do it with your ears. And they get closer and closer to the ground. And then he fucking does it, baby. He flies. And he scares all the clowns and chases them around. And everyone's going nuts. He becomes a fucking warplane and machine guns Peanuts.
At the
And the
women
other
elephants
elephants. Yeah.
that fucking deserve it. Those little bitches.
Yeah. They
They're
did
big bitches.
deserve it. I was very excited.
I was hoping
And
one of them would get it in the eye, lose an
yeah,
eye.
yeah. Everyone's going nuts. Woo! And Timothy's like, you made history, baby. And then he did. He's in the newspaper. Elephant flies.
He's a
Yeah.
star.
I have the newspaper titles.
Yeah, go on.
So ears insured for $1 million.
They have to be.
I mean, that's fair. If I could fly, I'd get my Wonder Elephant soars to fame. Miracle Mammoth startles world. Dumbo manager signs Hollywood contract, and it's Timothy Q. Mouse. Dumbo sets altitude record.
Mhm.
Dumbo, oh gosh, Dumbo Defenders, and they have planes that are shaped like Dumbo
For the
Those are
war
going
effort.
to Yeah, those are
for
going
the
to the
war.
war. Yeah.
Those are going to bomb Germany right now.
We get back to Casey Jr. and Casey Jr. has like a wreath fucking around him, the train. The elephants are in their own car again.
Mhm.
They're singing Dumbo's praises now after they got pelted with peanuts.
Yeah, see, just like Rudolph. As soon as he can do something useful, everyone's fucking celebrating him.
I will say Mrs. Jumbo is out of the clink, and Dumbo has his own private fucking train car, and it's nice.
Yeah, she's
He wants like a
lounging.
hot tub.
It's real nice. And Dumbo's behind the train flying with the crows.
And then he
And
leaves, and the crows land, and the crows are like, "Oh, I should have got his autograph." And one of them goes, "I did get his autograph."
I will say, Dumbo kisses his mom as he lands and like gets cuddled with like her. It was so cute.
He's still a baby.
And that's the end of Dumbo. By the way, Dumbo ended for me, and it fucking recommended that I watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yep.
That was the
Does
Disney
Mickey
Plus
Mouse
recommendation.
Not
it was also
Dumbo
mine.
2019.
No, I thought it would definitely be live action Dumbo.
Yeah,
They said, "Hey, this movie's about a mouse." Really? Watch the show.
my question to you is why Mickey Mouse's Clubhouse? Does Mickey Mouse Clubhouse also have like racist connotations?
No, I don't think so. I also don't think it has any elephants involved.
Not that I know of.
I think they're just trying to promote Mickey Mouse Clubhouse for some reason. That's
Uh-huh.
the end of Dumbo, Amanda.
It is the end of Dumbo.
We had to do a switcheroo halfway through because you're emotionally involved with this movie.
It's hard not to be.
We have questions that need to be answered. So where are we'll start from the two other ones and we'll end with the big one. So where are we putting Dumbo as the protagonist of the movie?
I would say that Dumbo, uh,
Oh, you want me to remind
okay,
you of the list?
yes, please.
Number three is Mr. Benchley from Reluctant Dragon. Number two
Yeah.
is Snow White, and number one is Pinocchio.
Oh, Dumbo has to be number one.
Number one is Dumbo. Who's the villain to you?
Oh man, the elephant
It's that
matriarch.
it's the kid.
It's got to be the
It's not.
elephant matriarch.
It's
Come
I
on.
that
I don't.
mean
You know what?
fucking
I don't
kid.
think it's the matriarch. I think it's the elephant matriarch is a bitch, but I think she was more influenced by catty elephant. Can I just say the elephants as a whole?
Yeah, you can.
Right?
Um,
Those bitchy elephants.
Yeah, where we were
the
wait. So the bitchy elephant who we have left. Number three, the Benchley family as a unit from Reluctant Dragon. Number two, the coachman from Pinocchio, and number one, the queen from Snow White.
I think I gotta put them below the coachmen,
Below
but
the
higher than the
coachman.
Benchleys.
All right, so number three now is the bitchy elephants. Is that how we're labeling them?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they deserve to
Bitchy
be labeled as.
elephants in Dumbo. And then, Amanda, the
E-
final question.
Well, real quick, the reason why I have to put them there is because the coachman, I'm pretty sure he was Satan. And the evil queen has some sympathy to her. She has a better plot arc, storyline to me, at least.
So a better
Uh,
villain.
yeah, these women just fucking suck. And they don't have any reason for it other than they're insecure.
Finally, the movie itself. So here's the list so far. We have Fantasia at 4, Reluctant Dragon at 3, Pinocchio at 2, Snow White at 1.
Dumbo is at number two.
Dumbo is at number 2.
So Snow White is higher, but Pinocchio went down.
Okay. Everything else moves down, but Snow White still stays number 1. The first movie we reviewed in this journey, still number 1.
I mean, it's really gonna be hard to top Snow White just from like the aesthetic,
It's a good movie.
how it was, yeah, how it was gone about, the storytelling elements. It's gonna be hard to top, at least until we get later on.
Yeah, so
And
our next Disney movie is what?
give me a second.
I think it's
I
Bambi.
gotta. Is it? I thought it was the war
Yeah.
movie.
No, I think that's like in between. Because don't they do like they do Bambi and then they do one of the fucking bird movies and then it's the war stuff and then they move away from it.
So dear my heart. It is. You're right. It's Bambi, and then it's the Saludos Amigos, and then Victory through Air Power.
Oh, fucking excited to watch that. Can't
Wait,
wait.
Victory through Air Power.
Yeah. Woohoo! So excited.
You sound
Propaganda.
excited.
Yeah, do I? I don't mean to.
Mhm.
Yeah, there we have it. Number 2 Disney movie of all time so far
So far.
is Dumbo. And number 1 is still Snow White.
Dumbo pulled at my heartstrings. And I'm a little upset that it didn't seem to pull at yours, Frankie. What are you, fucking heartless?
I'm not heartless. I just it it was so it was too long.
You even said to me, it doesn't matter. I can fit Dumbo in no problem.
I can fit it in no problem. Yeah, like it wasn't hard to find time to watch it. It was just too long for the story they were trying to tell. There was so much stuff that felt like filler. The pink elephant scene went on for way too long. Like, what are we
Pink,
doing?
pink elephants and the clown sequence take up half the film.
Yeah, he doesn't fly until there's 4 minutes left. They
When you were a kid, did did you guys take any of that into account when you watched it?
I was never a huge Dumbo fan as a kid.
I
Like
can't remember if I watched Dumbo as a kid.
I watched it maybe a couple times, but like I was a like if I'm thinking of like the old Disney movies, like pre-Renaissance Disney movies, animated, I was
Mm.
watching like I mean this one isn't like they're not animated, so I don't think I can say them.
Well, we're not just watching
The animated
animated
ones, I
Disney.
know. So like my favorite movies from back in that like the like are like old like newer than obviously Dumbo, but like I was a huge Mary Poppins kid and I liked the Love Bug.
Herbie.
I fucking love Herbie. When we get to Herbie, I'm gonna go fucking nuts.
You can lead that episode if you want.
Oh, are you serious?
I'll let you lead Herbie because I fucking
Fucking,
hated Herbie.
you hate Herbie. Oh
Let
no.
me let me explain why. I don't think it's bad. It definitely was overplayed in my household
Okay.
because my little cousins who I had to babysit all the time, Nick and Joe, fucking loved Herbie.
Sorry, I'm just looking through the list of movies here
Hmm.
on Wikipedia, and I saw one called Operation Dumbo Drop.
Where do you see that at?
It's from the 90s. So we're never gonna get to it, but still.
Interesting.
I never heard of that movie, but also I saw a fucking blank check. So I hope you guys are all ready to watch a grown woman kiss a young child on the lips
Oh, I don't want to talk about
in
that.
a romantic scene. I hope you're all ready for that conversation.
Gee, thanks. I
Why
hate
did you
Woo!
it.
bring that up?
I had to lower the mood a little bit. Let's go. All right. So
You're next,
I
Franklin.
am next. I'm excited.
Give us a hint. What are we talking
We're
about next
gonna
week?
talk about another weirdo of history.
Can we get a hint as to
Um,
who this
you,
weirdo is?
I'm not gonna say because I don't think either of you will know who he is. I don't want you to look him up. So I'll just say he's a Frenchman. He's a weird little Frenchman.
Oh, that's so specific, so helpful.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we have a weird little Frenchman who's going to. You're gonna learn about him. I think there's gonna be some very upsetting stuff in the story, some very funny stuff too, but some upsetting stuff.
Some upsetting stuff. He's a little Frenchman.
Well, I don't know if he's little or not. To be fair, I just said little.
So he's not like Napoleon.
No, I'm not talking about Napoleon. Everyone knows about Napoleon. He's not fun to talk about. So with that being said, that's the end of the episode. Let's take care of some business real quick. If you are watching us on YouTube, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that little bell for notification whenever a new episode is uploaded. If you're listening to us on Spotify, remember to subscribe to the show there and leave us a review. If you would like to email us with any questions you may have, any thoughts about the episodes, any comments you have about the episodes, any ideas for episodes that you would like to see from us, and like I said, especially any questions you have for any of us, you can send us an email, which is at
Nothing to see here podcast at gmail.com. Send Frankie some weirdos of history to cover.
yeah, I can look them up. I need some obscure weirdos. I have a whole list actually that I came up with. It's a pretty good list, but I'd like to have more. If you would like to see some funny memes created by Hannah, some great artwork created by Amanda, or take part in a weekly quiz every Friday afternoon, you can do so over on our Instagram, which is
Nothing to see here pod. As always, here is spelled Hear.
And you can find our email address and our Instagram down in the description below on YouTube or in the episode description on Spotify. Remember to recommend this to your friends, your family, your enemies, anyone you think who would have a good or bad time. I don't care if people hate listening to the show. Go ahead. That's numbers for us, baby.
Sutton Foster, Aaron, looking at you.
Listen to the show.
Yeah, we love you. I love you.
Man, Amanda loves you.
Both of you guys. Not in the like creepy fan way, but in the you guys are really cool.
Okay. Well,
I want to clarify.
yeah, I know, but
You never know.
you never know. That's true. Okay, well then, with all of that being said, saying goodbye, it's Frankie.
It's Hannah.
I'm gonna go cry about a baby elephant.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.